On a rainy Saturday, 74-year-old Alexander McCander went to the gym and hopped onto his favorite elliptical machine.
I was close to 1 hour on the machine when I felt a little queasiness or a little weakness in myself, like I better give up, turn the resistance down, and then things become blank.
McCander's heart had stopped, but a man working out on the elliptical next to him remembered seeing this box at the Jewish Community Center of Greater Washington. He grabbed the automated external defibrillator inside and used it so quickly, he literally brought McCander back from the dead.
The AED, the defibrillator, was the responsible piece of equipment that brought me back to life.
Most folks do come back.
Montgomery County Fire Chief Scott Goldstein says AEDs are amazing machines because they really do work when your heart has an electrical failure. But he says for every minute that goes by, your chances of surviving decreases by 10%. If it takes 3 minutes to apply the AED, you have a 70% chance of survival.
If you work in a facility, you live in a facility, or you frequent a facility where there's an AED, take the step and get a basic training.
The nice thing about these defibrillators is that they will tell you exactly what to do.
Captain Bob Lindsay showed us how easy they are to use. As I did CPR, he followed the machine's directions. We've put the entire demonstration on our NBC Washington app.
Analyzing now.
So if I've never had training and no one around me has had training, but we see a defibrillator, should we still use that defibrillator?
Yes, ma'am, by all means.
I can't hurt the person more by not doing the right thing on this machine.
The worst thing to do is nothing.
Shock advised.
But the devices won't work if the batteries are not charged.
We found out the hard way.
Laurel City Mayor Craig Moe says the batteries powering their AEDs were supposed to last several years.
Found out that the battery was dead. It got to be too much for an individual, which is why we looked at the service contract.
Laurel now spends $26,000 a year to pay an outside company to check the batteries and the pads on more than 100 AEDs. And Mayor Moe says they did it just in the nick of time. The newly charged units have already saved at least one life.
It's $26,000 well spent.
You can often tell if a device is charged by looking here. If you see a green blinking light, a check mark, or a battery symbol, they all mean the device is ready to go. The News4 ITeam checked out more than 100 AEDs throughout the D.C. area within the last month. We found about half clearly showed the batteries were working, like this one at Martin Luther King Library in the district, and these at Reagan National and Dulles airports. At Tyson's Corner Center, we even saw a visible list of recent inspection dates. Fairfax County tells us it has more than 400 AEDs in its county buildings, all of which are checked by their internal emergency management department. But we couldn't tell if the batteries were charged in about 8% of the devices because we could not see a light or any type of marking. The ITeam contacted the locations. All said they inspected the devices after our call and reported each was in working order.
Call for help now.
Somebody checks the AED to ensure that the battery is still in place. If you don't, when you go to use it, you'll have a unoperable AED.
McCander says he's grateful that JCC regularly checks its AED so it was ready for him when he needed it most.
I thank God for looking after me. And I am truly thankful to God because I have a family, I have a wife, daughters, grandchildren, and I have a lot to live for.